The last set, of course, is all out set, to failure, drop set, beyond failure, all that stuff. And you guys watch Chris Bumstead, he's a big advocate of this exercise right here. And they say D's don't get degrees. I beg to differ. Alrighty, what is going on, guys? This is Joe and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Started this video off in the gym on this fine back day. We got ourselves mic'd up here, a little bit of a different scenery obviously, but I'm gonna take you guys through just an overall back day. We're starting this workout off with some straight arm lat pull downs, superset with a low row. We're keeping the reps between 10 and 20 reps. My last overall set for this guy, and then we'll get into the heavy stuff. All right, let's get it. Drop set. I'll have to give myself about a minute rest in between each superset here. Catch my breath, take a sip of water, and then get after it. Alright, next set on here, we're doing a unilateral movement, sort of this unilateral row. I'm holding it, my grip is gonna be right here in this middle, so it's more of like a neutral grip. I'm going around 8 to 10 reps on each side. I'm gonna actually do a drop set. So 8 to 10, drop the weight and repeat until failure. And then in between each arm, I am gonna rest a minute or so because this is gonna be an all out set. So give myself a little time to catch my breath, regroup, and then go on to the other arm. Okay. Drop set. Alright, now when it comes to working out for me these days, there's a couple things that I find, especially on a back day, that are like my key movements, the movements that I connect with the best, that I just want to continue to get better at, progressive overload, get stronger. The first one obviously you saw was a unilateral row. The next one is going to be this individual arm lat pull down. For some reason, I just like this pull down a lot better than this a straight bar or even a mag grip bar. The handles by themselves, it just feels really good. I have a good contraction on my lats. Like I just connect well with this movement. And then I will show you guys the last and final back key movement, not my last and final back workout, but there's 3 movements that I like. It's 2 different variations of a row and this lat pull down here. This will be my second set, relatively 10 to 15 rep range. The last set, of course, is all out set, to failure, drop set, beyond failure, all that stuff. Alrighty, this right here is sort of the last staple movement of my back workout. We hit the unilateral row, the single arm or individual arm lat pull down. And then this right here is kind of like a chest supported high row. I want to try and target my upper back here mainly. And you guys watch Chris Bumstead, he's a big advocate of this exercise right here. And personally, I've been throwing it in my back days, really trying to just emphasize my upper back. And I personally just connect very, very well with this movement. If you don't like this movement or you have a problem with actually like getting a good setup on the bench, obviously you can switch it around. For me personally, I just connect very, very well with this movement right here. Alrighty, finishing off this back and bicep day with this machine preacher curl. We just finished off some regular just dumbbell curls. Finishing off here with the preacher curl. We're going 3 sets, relatively 10 to 15 reps. Last set, of course, all out set till failure, drop set of some sort. Just getting a juicy pump. Alrighty, welcome to really the end of the video. I just want to do a little bit of a sit down and talk portion to this video. That's something I don't really do too often in any of my vlogs or any of my videos, but we filmed the back day. It's actually been several days since I've actually recorded that video, and a little bit of just kind of life updates. So number one, the school semester is over. I'm on summer vacation. I go back to the school in the fall. So I'm kind of enjoying the summer right now. I'm working a lot. But how we finished with last semester's grades or last semester's classes, because a lot of people actually ask or comment something about school and kind of like wonder, do I plan on finishing school, all this other stuff, because I do create, content, obviously. I do personal training. Although I'm kind of like in the industry that I want my career to be in, I do plan on finishing school. But this past semester, I took 3 classes total. I couldn't necessarily add a 4th. Well, I mean, I could have, but it was kind of weird trying to figure out the schedule. So I had 3 classes I was taking. I have 6 more classes left and I'm done. I'm finished with this semester. So next semester I have 5 classes and then I have 1 more class the following semester. And I am basically done with school. I graduate, I walk. I will never go back to school after I get my bachelor's. I am completely done. But this past semester I was taking 3 classes. I was taking a marketing class. I had to take 1 more like nutrition or general ed class. So I chose nutrition. And then I was taking a finance class. Basically with the nutrition class, I got an A, super easy, no big deal. I mean, come on, like my whole channel is based off of like nutrition and fitness. So it was an easy class. I knew most of the information anyways. Number 2, the second class was a marketing class. Finished with about a C in that class. I wasn't not angry with the C at all. I'm not a big school person. I don't really care as long like what I get as a grade, as long as I just pass the class and get my credits and move on. I really invest little to no time when it comes to actually like studying. I do my homework. Like that is one thing I've always done in school, as I'm a big homework person. I can get all my assignments done, no problem. The issue is the extra stuff, like studying or putting extra time in, going office hours. I don't do any of that personally. I just worry about just like doing enough to get by and moving on to the next class. I'm not really the biggest fan of school. I'm so close to finishing it, so I'm gonna finish it. There are some rare occasions where I do enjoy a class and I actually invest time in it, but most classes I really just don't enjoy. So I got a C in one of the classes, which I wasn't angry about whatsoever. I didn't study for any of the tests. I just simply did all my assignments, participated in my group projects, and called it a day. Last class was actually a finance class. This is the hardest class I've ever had at my college in general, but this finance class, was kicking my butt. I actually did kind of study a little bit for one test, which I never do, but the first test I took, I actually put a little bit of time into. I was doing the homework, I was paying attention, I was taking notes. I knew I had to be on top of this class because it was a hard class. And after the first test, I ended up getting a D on the first test, and I studied. I was actually one of the top people in the class though. There was very few people that actually got D's and above. To start this class off, there was over 100 students in the class, and only a quarter of the class finished with a D or higher, and I was part of that 25%. So that just goes to show kind of how hard this class was. I then go throughout this entire class, this entire semester, I do all my homework, but I cannot pass a test for the life of me. I ended up getting a 42% in the class. Now keep in mind, all I need is a D to pass this class, and that's it, I passed. I get my credit and I'm on to the next thing. I wind up finishing the class with a 40%, but everybody did so bad that he curved the grade and I ended up getting a D plus and going on to the next thing. And they say D's don't get degrees. I beg to differ. But we passed all the classes. When it comes to work life, okay, I actually ended up moving gyms or like switching up where I train my clients at. I used to train at a location called Self-Made, Cheeto Hills, and then I recently switched over to another location, Anytime Fitness. Anytime is kind of like a more of a chained like gym. It's like closer to like an LA Fitness or a 24, but still like kind of not really because it is semi-private. Like, get your own key fob to the gym so you kind of just scan it and walk into the gym versus like somebody working the front desk. But I came across this gym that was not too far from where I was located or training clients at. It was just an overall better deal for me as like a business and me as just like a person like looking to like take more steps into the fitness industry. So I made a decision to actually leave Self-Made where I was over to Anytime Fitness. Train my clients in the same area. The gyms aren't too far from one another. And since being there over this last like month and a half, I have more business in this last month and a half from personal training than I've had, you know, the entire year at Self-Made. And then last but not least, as far as an update, obviously this is a different scenery than what maybe you are used to in some of my videos if you guys have been here for a long time. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're feeling generous. But as a family, we actually moved into a new house. I have to say, the house is phenomenal. I am so happy to be in this house. I mean, this kitchen, the whole thing, the house is ooh. And so there's be plenty of content over the summer that I want to film, more cooking stuff, more vlogs, all that good stuff, rather than me just doing a bunch of full day of eatings in the same spot. But it's been a very busy last couple of weeks. Actually, since my show ended, like the next day we were out just moving everything in here. So it has been insane as far as like the amount of like stuff we've had to move and all this stuff. It's actually insane how busy I've been trying to like find my flow with all this new stuff kind of going on. I'm kind of a little bit off track when it comes to like my eating at least. Like this is the first time I actually have time to actually sit down, make a breakfast, eat it, and just really like take some time and actually film and talk and all that stuff. So once I get more into like the routine of being in the new home, adjusting to the work schedule, all this stuff, creating content, the flow of everything will just become that much more efficient. Like even my room, for example, is a mess. I have no dresser, I have no bed frame. It's not set up the way I want to. We're kind of just making do with what we have right now until we get like really fully settled in. But that is what's going on. That's what my life is like right now. Things are a little crazy, and it's hard trying to find like a rhythm while things are moving. I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible when it comes to uploading videos. I upload at least twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. Over the summer, I would love to bump it up to a third day, maybe a Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday post. If you stayed this long in the video, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Should I include another day of filming? But other than that, those are the couple things that have been going on in my life. A little bit of a life update, full back workout. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am wrapping the video up here. Do me a favor, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. It's been your boy Joe. Peace.